I mean, is it too
Thank you.
simplistic to think then that all negative emotions, if you want to call them negative, like
Mhm.
jealousy. I mean, I have chronic jealousy about really
Mhm.
bizarrely people being successful in an area that I wanted to do, and if they overtake me and suddenly like a girl that I fancied started doing jujitsu on Instagram, never met her in my life, and suddenly now she's really good. Won some tournaments and stuff, and of course I'm judging the fact that I can't even go to my jiu-jitsu class with, oh well, that means she's better than me. I'm not a failure. Da, da, da. I also then find that I self-sabotage. I want to go to the morning classes, but the training partner that I went to jiu-jitsu with, for example, is no longer there. I don't know anybody there, so I'm now seeing I self-sabotage by not going, even though I was good at it and I enjoyed it, because I'm now thinking the abandonment, he's left. Abandonment, invalidation, I don't know anybody there. So like just for those two emotions for me, like I'm now thinking, where does that link behind me? Like this is why
Right.
I'm really keen to have you on, because I know a lot of shit I'm dealing with, but I know I want to change it. How do I
Mhm.
link that two emotions to
Right.
like
Where they come
reparenting, inner
from.
child work? Because I think that it helps to kind of pick really deep stuff, like examples, and a lot of podcasts talk around it. I would rather throw some stuff that might embarrass me in front of the mates, but I want to fix these things. I don't want to be doing these for 10, 20, 30 years and think, what is living on a a deathbed of regret? I'd rather fix
Right.
this now. Is it too simplistic to think our negative emotions all stem from inner child work?
No. And when I say, so two things here. When we talk about inner child work, even a version of you from last week, would you agree by like a linear timeline is younger than who you are today?
Yeah.
So would you, by just like the natural experience of life, believe that who you are today has lived longer than that version, so therefore is probably more experienced than that version?
Yeah.
Do you also believe that the version of who you are today, therefore, can provide some insight and therefore some value to that version of who you were as you were younger?
I do find sometimes I look back and I can kind of judge and understand why I did certain things.
Yes, beautiful.
It's,
So the principle behind this is to say that the inner child doesn't only have to be the youngest versions of us. Yes, those are the ones who are the most important for us to influence because the subconscious mind still rests with them in that 5 to 8, in that 0 to 5, 5 to 18 age. But everything we are today is a projection of that inner child. Why? Because the engine of the subconscious still drives us. So, one, to answer your question, it is not too simplistic to think that it all comes from there. That's one. But the second thing I'd like to do is you talked very powerfully about like how you want someone to go deep or you'd like to go deeper into these conversations rather than just dance around them. Do you mind if I take you through the journey that you just explained? And I think that could give people a lot of insight into how they may be able to apply it to their own selves, the kind of questions they can ask, the kind of way they can lead backwards. Are you
no,
open to doing
that'd
that?
be fun. That'd be fantastic. Yeah.
Awesome. I love to air dirty laundry, by the way. So, if it's yours, it's mine, it's somebody's. Somebody's going to enjoy it out there.
Well,
Okay.
there's plenty to wash.
I love it for both of us. So let's talk about this jujitsu example. You used two examples there, and you use them as a projection of the word jealousy, right?
Hmm.
Now, what does jealousy feel like to you?